Thomas Anderson is a computer programmer and secretly a hacker with the name of Neo. He's trying to discover what is the Matrix, a word found on the deep web often associated with the name of Morpheus. Trinity, another hacker, meets him to reveal to him she knows Morpheus. The next day, he is arrested and interrogated by the agents, but then released. Trinity brings him to Morpheus, who offers him two different pills, a blue one to go back to his life, and a red one to follow him and discover what is the Matrix. After choosing the red pill, Neo awakes in a tank, connected by pipes to a structure with thousands of similar tanks. He gets rescued by a flying hovercraft where he meets Morpheus in real life. Using equipment that plugs into the body, they enter a digital simulation, and Morpheus explains to him that centuries ago, humanity started a war with artificial intelligence and the machines subjected to it. After humans darkened the sky to prevent machines from using solar energy, the machines began to breed and cultivate humans to use their bioelectric energy while keeping their minds trapped inside the Matrix, a digital simulation of their old world. The free men who live outside the Matrix carry on a war against the machines, trying to free more people to take them to Zion, the last human city hidden underground. Using their ships, they can approach the surface and hack into the Matrix, where they have more strength and power than normal people, as they are aware that they are in the simulation. However, they must be careful, as dying in the Matrix causes death in the real world. And the Matrix is always guarded by agents, dangerous sentient programs. Cypher enters the Matrix and agrees to deliver Morpheus to Agent Smith. In exchange, he wants to return into the Matrix with no memory of the real world. They bring Neo to the Oracle, a sentient program no longer part of the Matrix. Morpheus believes Neo is the One, a messiah prophesied by the Oracle, who will end the war. The Oracle reveals to Neo that he is not the One, and that soon he will have to choose between saving his own or Morpheus's life. Before leaving, they are attacked by agents who kill Mouse and capture Morpheus while the others run. Cypher exits the Matrix first and attacks Tank and Dozer, and then kills Switch and Epoch by removing their plugs. He is about to kill Neo when he is stopped and killed by Tank. Morpheus is being tortured and interrogated by the agents who want access codes to Zion. Neo and Trinity come back, and thanks to his deeper comprehension of the Matrix, Neo is now more powerful and able to dodge bullets. They manage to save Morpheus, who gets out with Trinity while Neo is stopped by Agent Smith. Smith kills Neo, but Trinity kisses him and reveals that the Oracle told her that she would fall in love with the One. Neo comes back to life as the One, perfectly seeing the Matrix source code, and easily defeats Smith while the other agents run. A group of Sentinels attack the ship. Neo exits the Matrix and Morpheus activates the electromagnetic impulses, their only weapon against the machines, killing the Sentinels. The ship Osiris discovers that on the surface, thousands of machines are digging above Zion to attack the city. A crew member manages to enter the Matrix and send the alarm to Captain Niobe. Niobe summons the other captains to warn them and to report Commander Locke's order to return to Zion. Morpheus asks to leave the ship near the surface in case there is a need to contact the Oracle inside the Matrix. Ballard, captain of the Caduceus, agrees to stay behind, and they receive a message from the Oracle asking to speak with Neo. Before exiting the Matrix, Bane, a member of the crew, is infected by Smith, still alive, but no longer an agent of the Matrix. He transfers his consciousness into Bane's body and exits the Matrix into the real world. Morpheus informs the population of the impending attack, urging them to celebrate their freedom and prepare to fight. They return to broadcast altitude, and Neo meets the Oracle, who tells him he needs to reach the source. To get there, he will need the keymaker, a software capable of opening any door. After the encounter, Neo is attacked by Smith, now free to duplicate himself by infecting other organisms like a virus. Neo manages to keep up with the growing number of Smiths until he is overwhelmed and flies away. They reach the Merovingian, an old, free software that keeps the keymaker prisoner. While Neo fights the guards, Morpheus and Trinity manage to free the keymaker and escape along a highway, but are chased by the ghost twins and draw the attention of the agents. Morpheus and Trinity manage to hold them off until they are rescued by Neo. The crews of the ships Logos and Vigilant, sent to track down the Nebuchadnezzar, decide to help them in reaching the source. Neo, Morpheus, and the keymaker reach the access point of the source, while the other two crews must destroy 2 electrical power plants in order to allow the keymaker to open the door. Trinity remained on the ship as Neo had visions of her death, but the Vigilant is spotted and destroyed by the Sentinels. Trinity enters and completes their mission, allowing Neo to open the door, but she is attacked by an agent while Smith kills the keymaker. Morpheus leaves the building while Neo proceeds and meets the architect, the program that created the Matrix. He tells Neo that when he created the first versions of the Matrix, the humans rejected it, only after asking for help from the Oracle, a program designed to understand human psychology. He introduced into the Matrix the possibility of choice, and the system started working, even though a small number of people still refused the simulation. The choice creates anomalies in the code of the Matrix that, if left uncontrolled, cause its crashing and the death of the people inside. To avoid that, the system gathers all the anomalies into a single human, the one who carries the code necessary to reload the Matrix, reset it, and start a new cycle of control. At each cycle, Zion is destroyed, and the One can choose male or female subjects to repopulate it, creating a controlled gathering point for those who reject the Matrix. The Oracle's prophecy is just a tool of control to bring the One to the source, where the architect places 2 doors in front of the One, granting him the freedom to choose. One door leads to the source, the rebooting of the Matrix, and the beginning of a new cycle and the saving of humanity, who will continue to be bred by the machines. The other one leads back to the Matrix, to the inevitable crash of the system and the death of the people inside it. That, in addition to the attack on Zion, will cause the end of human life. Neo is the 6th chosen one, and all his predecessors chose to go back to the source to save the humans. But Neo is the first of them to be in love and choose to go back to the Matrix where he reaches Trinity. She is fatally wounded, but he acts on her code, removing the bullet and making her heart beat again. He explains to Morpheus the truth about the prophecy, but they are interrupted by a group of Sentinels that launch a bomb at them. They leave the ship before it gets destroyed. Instead of running from the incoming Sentinels, Neo stops and, sensing the network behind the Sentinels, is able to shut them off and then falls into a coma. Commander Locke sends the hovercraft fleet on an ambush against the Sentinel army to attack them with a series of EMP impulses. But Smith, in the body of Bane, starts the EMP too soon while the ships are too close to each other, shutting them off, and now vulnerable, are destroyed by the Sentinels. He is the only survivor and gets rescued by the Malnir, which then rescues the Nebuchadnezzar crew. While Neo is in a coma, his mind is imprisoned in a limbo just outside of the Matrix, a train station controlled by the Train Man, a program at the surface of the Merovingian. Here, Neo meets Sati, the daughter of 2 free programs created without a purpose. Seraph informs Morpheus and Trinity about Neo's situation, so they reach the Merovingian and force him to free Neo. He visits the Oracle one last time, who explains how Smith is a threat to the Matrix and that he must reach Machine City. After Neo leaves the Oracle's apartment, she is reached by Smith, who assimilates her. The 2 crews aboard the Mjolnir reach the Logos of Niobe. They are ready to return to Zion, but Neo asks one of the 2 ships to reach Machine City. Niobe agrees and gives him the Logos. Smith, in the body of Bane, hides in the ship and attacks Neo, blinding him, but Neo manages to kill him. The army of sentries arrive at Zion, where the battle begins. The men fight with infantry and exoskeletons, but cannot cope with the large number of machines. The Mjolnir, skillfully piloted by Niobe, manages to get to Zion in time and activates the EMP, killing the Sentinels. However, Zion's electrical systems are also destroyed, and the city, now completely defenseless, is going to be attacked by the second wave of machines. Neo and Trinity reach Machine City. After avoiding the city's defenses, the ship crashes and Trinity dies in Neo's arms. He reaches the heart of the city and makes a deal with the machines. The machines will stop the attack on Zion if he will stop Smith that's growing uncontrollably. Neo enters the Matrix where Smith has assimilated almost the entire city. Smith, now with the powers of the Oracle, declares that he already knows that he will be victorious. And in fact, after a long battle, he prevails and repeats the words of the Oracle. Everything that has a beginning has an end. And Neo sacrifices himself by allowing Smith to assimilate him. The machines now have direct access to Smith, who is eliminated. With Neo's death, the machines can retrieve his code and reload the Matrix, starting a new cycle while Neo's lifeless body is carried away by the machines. The Sentinels at Zion retreat. The Oracle and the Architect meet inside the Matrix, where the Architect assures her that the machines will respect the deal made with Neo, and that, for now, there will be peace. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to not miss the next animated infographics, and comment which TV series, movies, or sagas you would like to see more of.